So tonight is the fourth night of Hanukkah. Millions of people across America will light the fourth candle on their menorah, recite some prayers, and then reflect on the light of the world. Hanukkah can sometimes feel forgotten during the holidays, so our teammate Convo this morning is with our producer Marissa Silver. She tells us what it was like to celebrate Hanukkah as a kid, what it's like to celebrate now, and what others should know about it. My first question for you is just kind of tell me about growing up. Do you have any sort of particularly strong or happy Hanukkah memories from when you were little?
Yeah, Hanukkah at our house when I was little, we would always get around the menorah that my parents got for their wedding, I'm pretty sure. And we would light the candles and then it'd say all the blessings and take turns reading once we were old enough to read. And then we would go sit in the living room and my mom would go upstairs and get our presents and bring them down.
So when you were growing up, were you surrounded by people who only celebrated Hanukkah, or did you feel like some of my other Jewish friends felt like they were kind of the only ones celebrating this holiday among a lot of other people that were celebrating Christmas?
Definitely the second one. One of my first memories of that was being in first grade and my mom bought those window clings, like those window stickers, and it was a menorah, and she let me take them into class and we hung it on the window in the classroom, and I taught everybody about Hanukkah, especially growing up in the South because I grew up in South Carolina, so people didn't quite know what it was because for the most part I was probably the only Jewish person or one of the only Jewish people they knew.
Did that make you feel lonely as a small kid, or did you feel kind of special that you were doing something that other people weren't doing?
I think when I was a kid it made me feel special and I thought that was pretty cool. But there were moments that made me feel lonely. I think I have a very vivid memory of we were in the grocery store. The lady was really sweet. She said, "Oh, what's Santa gonna bring you? What do you hope Santa brings you for Christmas?" And I remember looking at my mom and her saying, "It's okay, you can tell her." And I just said, "Well, we celebrate Hanukkah." And I just remember it was always awkward. Like, do you just let people say it or you go along with it? And I feel like I still do that.
So on that note, do you have advice for people watching, if they are in a situation where they come up with someone, maybe they say Merry Christmas, and then they learn someone, celebrates Hanukkah instead or whatever it might be. Do you have advice for them to have that conversation? Because I'm sure they have no ill intention by it, but they want to be as respectful as possible. So what would you say?
Just be thoughtful that not everyone celebrates Christmas, and it is sometimes a little bit awkward when they're like, "Merry Christmas," and then you're like, no. And then you feel bad because then they feel bad, and it's all, so just be kind and thoughtful that maybe not everyone is celebrating Christmas right now.